Have you ever wanted to go to a car show and sketch? That's precisely what I did at this show when I sketched a bunch of Volkswagen buses with a handful of Tombow markers and Neocolors. Pull up a stool and maybe I'll give you some ideas of how you can do it too. Sketching in a sketchbook is a fun way to remember the places you go. For me, sketchbooks aren't for finished works of art. I don't spend a lot of time getting everything perfect. In fact, I try to go quickly and try to capture the feel of the place. A pencil and a ballpoint pen like this one is the easiest way to sketch what you see. But if you're like me, you'll probably want to add a little color too. That's what these Tombow markers are for. I didn't think I would actually share this video with you. In fact, I sketched this last summer and kind of forgot about it because it's not an amazing sketch or anything, but when I look back on it, I see and remember a bright and colorful and fun day. I also see some things I learned with this sketch, and some things I learned since then. One of the things I learned is that keeping things simple is liberating. I don't know if you need to hear this or not, but you don't have to be an amazing artist to enjoy making art. Watch a kid with some paper and a box of crayons, and they're probably enjoying every second of creating what they want to create. I think about that a lot. I want to remember that we're never too old to have that childlike love for making art. But I still practice some basic art skills with the intent of getting better and improving, because getting better at art is fun too. While I did this, I tried to remember all the things I've learned by watching other artists, and I tried to apply them here. Things like the lines of that sidewalk adds natural perspective lines to the drawing, and kind of leads the viewer into the scene. The Volkswagens that are closer are bigger than the ones that are further away too. And the shadows on the ground are kind of bluish because the blue sky is still reflecting light, even though the yellower sunlight is blocked. And the sky near the horizon is often a lighter and warmer blue than the sky overhead. That's why I chose this teal color. I'm liking these markers for quick sketches. I don't think I'll ever use them for my finer pieces, but for quick sketching, they're fun. And I think trying new supplies is a good way to get excited about art again. Sketching on location is too, especially if you're just doing it in a fun, not trying to be perfect way. Since trees are rarely solid, the sky peeks through those leaves as well. That's why the ground is scribbled too, because trees' shadows aren't solid either. When it came to choosing the colors for those vans or buses, I didn't really worry about matching them with what I was seeing. I kind of just had fun with it and used colors that would help them stand out better. But one of the best ways to make colors look bright and colorful is to contrast them with darker, less colorful marks. That's what this black ballpoint pen is good for. It helps define the shadows, and in turn, the shadows define the light. You can see how darkening the edges of the sidewalk here made the sidewalk look brighter. The tops of those trees tend to be lighter and yellower, or warmer at the top, and darker and bluer, or cooler, on the bottom. And that's why I chose to use the yellow here and also filled the color of the sunlit grass with the yellow because the sun's shining on it. These trees and grass start to look more natural looking the more variation in color and value that I introduce. So I think using these different greens was helpful. Making the bottoms of the trees darker is really helping make the trees look fuller and making the sky more obvious. It's also helping the buses and sidewalk to shine even more. It's looking pretty good, but I think it needs something else to help capture the spirit of the day. And that's the people. I'm not great at people, but I practice them enough to know you don't have to be all that detailed to give the impression of a person and their movement. And that works with dogs too. This sketch is more about storytelling than artistic excellence. But as you saw, some art principles helped with the story. It's a balance for sure. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.